before, please. We'll start with questions from English media, followed by any questions in Spanish media. And please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll start with Martin, please. Thank you.
Hi, Bernardo. You were last here about 10 months ago. How much of a different Manchester City is this to the one that was here in February?
Hello. As you know, a very different team because the players are different. The club made the decision of changing a lot of players, of giving a new dynamic to the team. So it's a different team, full of potential, full of energy, and we're looking forward to the game tomorrow. We're looking forward to a tough game. We know how difficult it is to come here to the Bernabeu, but the feeling and the energy in the dressing room this season has been quite good, even when the results weren't as good as the performances. So we're very excited. It's a good test for us tomorrow.
Hi Bernardo, just on that same theme, Pep was talking about it being you being in transition really with the new players that you'd signed in the summer and playing a slightly different way. Do you think tomorrow is a good barometer for where you're at with the new players?
Well, maybe yes, but also it's just a football game. It's one more game where we're going to try to be the best version of ourselves, and to add another 3 points to stay in the top 8. That's our main goal. So we know how tough it is to come here. We know how special it is to play in this stadium. Me personally, I'm a bit more used because we draw against them every season. It looks like a league game now, but it's definitely a very good test to come here and to deal with this environment. So it's gonna be a fun game to play tomorrow.
Bernardo, what do you say to the players in your group that haven't played here before? I mean, you have been through every emotion here. You've won, you've drawn, you've had heartbreak. What do you say to the players about preparing them for the game tomorrow?
I would say that even the young guys, they've been through these kind of games. Obviously, it's the Champions League, it's Real Madrid, the kings of Europe. We know that. But if you play, for example, Liverpool away or Newcastle away or these type of games, these are tough games. These are games with emotion as well. So I wouldn't say that the guys are not prepared. So. We know it's a tough game tomorrow, but I really believe that the team is prepared to perform well and to get the 3 points, which is, as I said, the main goal. It's just if it was a different game, if you were talking about a semi-final, I would maybe answer it differently. But it's a group stage game where we want the 3 points. They want the 3 points. It's very simple.
Hi Bernardo. Pep said last week that the team which improves the most during the season is the one that wins the big prizes most seasons. City have, for the last 5, 6, 7 years, always finished the second half of the season stronger. I just wondered, with this new group, do you see any signs that you're going to hit your peak in March, April, May, just like usual?
Yeah, hopefully, yes. It's true that our teams have always been much better in the second part of the season than in the first. And hopefully it happens again this season, because I don't think we're having a bad season, but I still believe that in some games we didn't perform as well as we should. So we're definitely looking forward to arrive in those final stages of the season with a team that is much better than was, for example, in August, or than is right now. And we've seen improvement. I think we're right now playing and performing much better than we were, let's say, in the first month before international break. If you look at before international break, we had Wolves, Tottenham, and Brighton. We beat Wolves, and then we lost to Brighton and to Tottenham with performances that are not acceptable at our level. And the team has been growing a lot since that. So I think that we're improving day by day.
So what is it, Bernardo, specifically, that you're looking for, the things that tell you that the team is moving in the right direction and getting to where you want it to be?
Well, first of all, the points. because when you go to the first international break with 1 win and 2 losses, that means that you're not at the Man City level. So right now, we're 2 points away from Arsenal. We're in a good position in the Champions League. The team is performing well, even if, for example, the Leverkusen game was quite disappointing, or the Newcastle game was a difficult one to take because of the way it was. But if you look at the last 2 months, I would say that points-wise, it's been really good.
Hi, Bernardo. You said a minute ago that the energy, even when results haven't been good, the energy has always been there. Do you come here, though, with a little bit of an extra buzz, given what happened on Saturday? Obviously, Arsenal dropped points. You then went and won. Has it lifted the mood just a little bit ahead of coming here?
It's always better. It's better to be 2 points away from the top than being 5. But it's a long season. I've been here for long enough to understand that we're in December. And both teams are gonna drop points until the end of the season. A lot of points. It's not gonna be a surprise. So there's no point in looking at what they do. Our main goal is to perform ourselves. It's to prepare the team to be the best version of ourselves. And if we do that, we know that we have a big chance of fighting for that title.
Hi, Bernardo. Alex Ashmore for Sporty TV. Tomorrow, obviously, it's looking like Mbappe won't play for you. What does that change when it comes to mentality, the team, maybe your talk to your teammates? What does that change for you?
I wouldn't say it changes much. Kylian is obviously a very special player, and so if Madrid can count on him, it's obviously better for them. But I cannot say that Madrid has some bad players. So if he doesn't play, instead of playing Vinicius and Mbappe, maybe he plays Vinicius and Rodrigo. I wouldn't say those players are bad players. So we're definitely waiting, no matter who plays, for a very tough game. And we know how strong they are. We know their character. We know the way they play, and it's going to be a nice game tomorrow.
Please, thank you.
Hello, Bernardo. Here. Mario Soria here. Mario Soria from Digisport Romania. Last season you faced Real Madrid twice. Now you are facing them again. A different style of play, a different coach. In which aspects do you think they are stronger now with Xabi Alonso comparing to the last season? Thank you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't watch that many games, so I couldn't tell you. I know because of what we watched this week that they're a different team in terms of, for example, their pressing. They do a lot more man-to-man, which in the past they wouldn't do. I don't know if they're going to do tomorrow against us or not, but I know that they've been doing that this season much more. But I couldn't tell you because I haven't watched them that much. What I know from my experience is that coming to this stadium is always very difficult, very tough. And we're playing against top players. So it's going to be a very exciting game tomorrow. We're going to try to be as prepared as possible. We're still going to watch a few clips from their team to be better prepared and to know what they do most of the games. But the players are more or less the same. So I would guess the details are not going to be that much different.
Hola, Bernardo. Melchor.
Hi, Bernardo. Melchor Ruiz from Cadena COPE. Good evening. I would like to ask if you think that it's the best moment to come to Bernabeu. You've come here many times. You've been playing against Real Madrid in different playoffs, but it seems that you are going up, and it seems that they are going through a negative dynamic. For example, the way they play and the coach are at stake. Maybe it's the perfect time to come here and to follow with that increasing line. Hello. Well, I can't answer that because...
¿Cómo se dice?
How can I say this? Out of my personal experience, well, it's never easy to come to Bernabeu. It's never easy to play against Real Madrid. Since I came to Manchester City, I think that I've played against Real Madrid 5 or 6 times here in Bernabeu. And I've played against teams that are a little bit better moments or worse moments, and it has always been very tough. So, especially in this competition, the moment of the team, it's not that important, I would say, because this kind of players, when they have to give their best, they improve their performance. So I expect a very tough team tomorrow, no matter who plays. And according to my experience, I know how difficult it is to play at this stadium. Hello, Bernardo. Juan Mabadillo for Naughty Sports. Melchor's question has to do with the fact that Kylian Mbappé has not been at the session today. He's the top scorer of Real Madrid. They were going through a crisis the other day with that defeat, where we saw a Bernabeu that was really upset. Tomorrow, people will be very demanding. And do you really want to take revenge because of that, that playoff from last season? Well, just to get started, of course, that Mbappé is a very special player. Every time that he plays, it is more difficult for us and it's better for Real Madrid. But Real Madrid has very important players. And in the past, in my case, for example, I played many times against Real Madrid without Mbappé. And they've always had great teams and great players like Vinicius or Rodrigo that really make the difference. So we have to be focused on playing well and not about Real Madrid. And regarding revenge, well, the truth is that we've played against Real Madrid many times in the last 7 years. I've won some, I've lost others. I don't like to use that word, revenge. What I really want is that our team, that is a very young team, and a great potential, I think it's a very good test for us tomorrow. And I hope, and hopefully, we are in good condition, because this is a very important and beautiful challenge. It's great to play here, and for young players, it will be special. Hello, Bernardo. Jaime Herrero for Disidencia Deportiva. As you said, this game has become into a classical game in the last seasons. Last season, you came to Bernabeu having won just one game, and this season, you've won the 3 last national games. What are your strengths right now? Well, the last season we had many players out. There were many injuries. And this changed the season, of course. It's not an excuse, because we had to do things much better than we did. But we have a different team. It is more prepared, with more energy, with less injured players. And the moment, as I've told you, colleague, in this kind of games, the moment is not important. But the truth is that this part of the season, the team didn't have, or could not respond to the players and to the game. And when we are playing against such an important team as Real Madrid, especially here in Bernabeu, it is very difficult. So I think that we are better prepared for these games, as we have already proven when we played against Liverpool, Arsenal, or even against Newcastle or some Champions League games. I think that we are much better prepared. And we are going, compared to last season, I mean. Thank you.